Yeah, we're definitely in the 25 camp, I think, which is kind of, as you said, where the majority is. I think that's moved in the last week. I think people have, because of these latest data points, that people do expect that they won't have to act quite so suddenly and go for that 50 basis points cut. And I think that would be a bit of a shock to the market, and that's not what they want to do. So that's certainly where we are. And I think the other thing is that we're also more in the soft landing type camp rather than the hard. So we think they have done a good job to a certain extent in terms of easing inflation, and so therefore we will get there. But obviously remains to be seen in terms of how that plays out. Latest numbers on job openings do seem to be a bit weaker.
How does the CPI print on Wednesday plays in your positioning here? Do you expect this to be, very much supportive of that 25 basis point cut, or is there room here to push for a stronger cut?
It depends how extreme it is. I think in general things seem to be in general a bit better than people are expecting. Certainly the latest numbers that we had from some of those retail stocks came in a bit better, so that kind of consumer angle is better. We do know consumers are trading down, but at the same time I think they're going to continue to watch the data. We've got, a week and a bit until the release and what that comes. But I think from the latest outcome that we heard from Powell, he doesn't want to shock the market, and therefore it seems unlikely perhaps that he will go for those 50 basis points.
So what would that gradual approach from the Fed mean for global equities?
Yeah, so, in terms of our positioning, we do expect it to continue to be quite choppy, and therefore taking advantage of any kind of volatility that we see. And the market certainly is reacting a lot to these individual data points. But at the same time, everyone from now, this time of year, starts very much to focus on next year. And obviously we've got the election as well. That brings in a bit more uncertainty as well. But we think, in general, we continue to see some of that broadening of the market. We don't see those biggest growth tech names doing as well as they have done. That said, they are still offering the best growth in the market. So we continue to be quite broadly positioned. But as I say, we're not expecting the hard landing, so we haven't moved maybe perhaps as defensive as some people have.